Under the Welcome, everyone, to our favorite time of the year. We're in playoff season right now. We're kicking it off with the first game of GHG Season 8. We have 20 Ravens going against Geometric, the number 2 versus the number 3 seed. Here, casting tonight, we have Madge and Chi. Madge, how are you doing tonight?
Good, good. How are you doing?
I'm doing just great.
Yeah, excited to watch this match. Already starting off with the dive mirror here. Small difference being the Ana, can't really commit as far as the Kiri. It's interesting. Winston already puts down Bubble in the middle. Oh, and you can see them pressuring the Ana. She goes down first. Sticky's on the Lucio is half, but they're not really pursuing that. They don't have their cooldowns. So yeah, they'll be happy with getting the Ana kill, and Geometric will cap the first point. Uh, Nothing too crazy happened. Teams are still pretty even on all charge. So, yeah, Tracer's going under, sort of trying to poke around. And someone's pressuring point. A dive onto the Ana, but she manages to run away in time, and the Winston cuts off the Echo with the bubble, gets a kill on the Starry Knight, and the point is flipped in the background. Wow. What do you think about that dive execution there? Sort of trying to
Yeah,
get the Ana, but the Echo gets killed in return.
the biggest issue I saw, like, they didn't engage together. They kind of ended up splitting off once they got to that Echo, and kind of leaving Starry out to die by herself without her fly. That monkey was able to capitalize on the split target and just turn the fight with that.
Yeah, and I think it's interesting. We haven't really seen, team wipes or anything. Mostly fights are just decided by one or two kills. So we'll see if that continues. Snoo falls a little low, but will be healed up. Both Winston's trading bubbles, just diving each other's backlines. And Udi gets Emily there. Some pressure on the point, but when you're down your flux support, it's probably going to be a little tougher. Primal, yeah. Primal just really to clean up there.
It's
And
interesting how
yeah.
uh, Mr. J is able to go so quickly with the Ana and going quicker than Geometric is with the Kiri.
Yeah.
It's just Geometric is just going way too slow and not actually going on this Ana quick enough.
Absolutely, yeah, because the Ana really is the most vulnerable target here, and we see a lot of ults on the board. AMP used. Emily falls early again. Lucio is also very low, so yeah, really what I'm seeing is 20 Ravens really just using their ultimates early, and yeah, once you get the EMP on the supports, you just win. And
20
it's gonna be
Raiders are just
90.
taking the initiative.
Yeah, they are still holding on to beats, so whatever is used offensively, they can just beat. Yep, there they go. Actually, both support ults used from Geometric, the beat in response. Still a fairly even fight. We'll see if they do give the flip, because I do believe that Geometric have a few more players alive right now, but they don't seem to be giving it up just yet. A dive onto the backline there by Mr. J does fall very low, but actually doesn't manage to live, and that'll be a flip there.
Yeah,
Pretty expensive fight, I think, all things considered, right?
yeah, for both teams especially, and I think even with both support outs coming out from Geometric, I think 20 Ravens actually lost that in the old economy, just because they had the first pick.
Hmm.
They had the tank dead first, they should have constantly engaged onto the next target and started focusing targets, but instead they allowed Geometric to stabilize and they allowed that diva to come back.
Yeah, it makes sense. In the background, Geometric also just won a fight by picking Ravage early, and 20 Ravens will just wait. Now that everyone's here, the Winston jumps in, tries to separate the supports a bit, pops Primal to live, and is really just chasing this Lucio around. Yeah, the Lucio will fall after the hack. Jump to follow onto the Diva. The bomb is used on points to try to stabilize a bit, but doesn't get the remake off. Oh, that's really tough. EMP to try to turn things, but the Nano's there. And yeah, I think pretty clean fight when all things considered.
Yeah, it looked like Geometric swapped that diva to go for more of a counter dive style.
Mhm.
But then they just didn't commit to the counter diving. Geometric just ended up being split all over the place. And they're just getting focused down one by one, just not really playing together at the moment. Probably some nerves coming out the first map. Hopefully they look to turn it around.
Yeah, of course, dive is, very chaotic, very easy to get split. So yeah, we'll see if they can work on that for the next round. And doesn't look like we'll see any. Oh, never mind. We do see a BAP. BAP Sigma, okay. But looks like 20 Ravens will be sticking on this for now. So, what do you think about the BAP Sigma here versus the dive?
I like the poke comp more on this map because there's a lot more longer sight lines that you could use to poke out a monkey, try to prevent a dive.
Mm-hmm.
As long as the BAP and the Ash stay together, this should work out fine.
Yeah, makes sense. Of course, this point in Busan is, specifically very open. And yeah, we see the Sigma already taking space on the point here. So far, yeah, there's the first kill. Starry Knight gets a kill onto Ravage there. So yeah, it should be really tough for them to commit without a Sombra engage. And yeah, they will just get the flip there.
It looks like they're just essentially sending Starry and Mello to just go on a flank and pick out anyone that's sitting by themselves, and they're going faster than 20 Ravens right now.
Yeah, but here, oh, the Sigma gets split with the bubble there. Not able to get help in time, and that should just really be a fight win.
Yeah, Big Brain just overextending there, getting caught out with the anti and the bubble, just the team not able to follow up and help him out.
Yeah, and I think that is one of the main things with the Winston versus Sigma is if the monkey can get behind the Sigma and bubble off the healing, it's actually really tough for the Sigma to live.
Yeah, it's just with this Pwnka, kind of got to just play together, not split up too much. The only people that should be splitting is the Tracer and the Lucio. Otherwise, the other three should be together.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, and we do see some ults coming online first. Will be the Nano going over to Mr. J. The Sombra's there too on this Ash, and they do get that kill, but Udi falls in the background there. Emily gets a kill as well, and we see some point pressure from Geometric. Starry Knight will be able to sort of chase down these last few kills, and they have gotten the flip, so that is really the main thing here. Udi and does get the exit kill, but the point did flip earlier, so they did get like 10, 15 free percentage there.
I think that's a bit of a mistake there from Mr. J to use Primal there. It looked like he used it to stall, but instantly just got off and allowed Geometric to flip, and then just not getting any use out of that Primal.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, and we see a lot of ults here on the side of Geometric. They'll probably start with Window, if I had to guess. Probably, if they see the Winston jump, they'll look to punish that with an ultimate. And yeah, on the other side, Nano and Primal is used for nothing really. Yeah, you see here the Window does manage to get one. If a Winston jumps and puts down Bubble, that Window is really a great response. And yeah, will be just a really clean fight win with just the Window here.
They also Starry with a big pulse, finding a target early on before the fight even engaged.
Mm-hmm. And it'll probably be even a little tough to touch here. We see the Sigma posturing pretty aggressively there.
Oh, big pick on Starry.
Yeah, but they still have ults to respond if they feel necessary.
Big stun from the Brig on the Sigma ult.
Yeah, the rally, EMP invested, beat invested, everything is being used this fight.
A little bit of a ult domino going on.
Yeah, the Winston is still on point, getting quite close to that Primal Rage. But will fall in the end. Udi with the Pulse Bomb is really the only hope, but dies in the end. So, yeah, that is Geometric coming back with another map win with a poke comp, which, I think really, I think it came down to ult usage more than anything, just like getting one kill with Primal and Nano is really tough there. And I think that really just set them up like poorly for the rest of the fights.
Geometric just waking up on that point. Starry constantly getting opening picks also really helped with these fights, just having that advantage before the fight really starts at all.
Yeah, absolutely. And it looks like, we'll see a more brawl comp. So
Are they staying dive?
perhaps, yeah, looks like it.
That's interesting on this map. You don't really see dive at all on this map. It's usually the Mei brawl kind of reigns supreme here.
Yeah, this is very interesting, but if you have the right anti-nade, you can really make anything work. So we really have to keep an eye on that. We see already Geometric just taking this high ground here. 20 Ravens going on the other high ground, and yeah, here Geometric are really just chasing them around. They do manage to kill the both supports actually, trying to pressure the point now, but when you don't have supports, it's really tough. And yeah, Snoop here is just shooting everything, just really uncontested, actually.
Yeah, I would say big boop by Melo to go behind that Ana and boop him back into their Ram and Mei, just to make sure she does in fact die, and smart to just continuously rotate onto their Ana.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, absolutely. That's when when you can do that, that is really good. Just having the Ram on top of the Ana is just basically a fight win. And we do see some pressure here. The nade onto the Lucio helps Udi get that kill, and the Ram has to back without really healing there. And the point will be flipped. So yeah, I think that was just a good bubble nade.
Geometric really split up that entire fight with the Batkin just getting caught out by himself.
Mm-hmm. And now I think this next fight will be really important. We have the Nano up, we have the Primal, we have Pulse. This can really decide how things go. We see Geometric walking out. They rotate pretty fast. They're just really running on that Ana. They do manage to split the Cassidy there with the Primal, and this really should be the best case. They're splitting everyone up in the Brawl, but haven't gotten a kill yet. The High Noon to Zone. Does get two, actually. Pulse, in the end, will trade. And we see the Nano. Oh, the Blizzard onto the Monkey isn't able to jump out there, but the nade onto the Ram probably won't be enough to flip the point. Or flip the fight.
Winston there looked like he went to jump out and kind of got body blocked by the Ram, and big stagger from Geometric here.
Yeah, absolutely. And I think really what was key there is, the dive sort of tried to split up the Brawl, but even when the Brawl was split, they managed to all live, which, really shouldn't be the case when you have the, Winston with the, bubble and antis and stuff. So we'll see if they can execute better this time. I think they started out well, but just weren't able to get the kills. And yeah, we see a wall here. Does sort of split the Monkey, makes the Monkey use bubble, actually. A window to sort of put more pressure there. But they do manage to get through the choke, which I think is really big on this point in particular. They actually are going to the enemy's own choke. And yeah, just running at this Cass isn't able to get help in time, but Udi does trade one, so it's still an even fight. The Ana is on a completely different side of the map. And we'll see if they can land an nade here, maybe. Trying to go on the BAP, but the beat is there. And now the dive is sort of in an awkward place. Do have to use the bubble just for some defense there. And the point is getting to 90 here. Starry Night gets one. That's actually probably the most important kill. Ravage is trying to make it winnable for them. Does manage to get the Lucio. A pulse there onto the Mei. Didn't have Ice Block. And it's just the Ram on point, but that's not going to be enough healing when there's 3 people shooting you. And yeah, that'll be a flip.
Yeah, that was a really interesting and long fight. I mean, Geometric split up their team. It was their Monkey, their Cass, and their Lucio, and their Ana was split, but instead they decided to walk on the 3 instead of the 1.
Yeah,
And then
I
it started
didn't
causing
even
confusion.
I didn't even notice the Ana was there until I saw some shots going across. I'm like, wait, where are those coming from? But yeah, the
A
Ana
big
wasn't even
hit.
rotating with the team there. And yeah, we see an early pick by Emily, and it looks like Geometric really want to posture aggressively onto this point. They're taking this smaller high ground here, trying to punish the monkey for jumping in, and we'll get some point pressure here, but the beat is there. They're really going after this map here. Winston getting a lot of cleave here, uses both Primal and Nano here, trying to get some people off the map, but does get the Lucio there. The High Noon carry that? Okay, all good. The bubble on point is really just letting them keep the control now, but eventually it will flip. Snoop gets the kill there, Blizzard on point to try to zone everyone. It's actually Spamilton and Ravager trading actually really well. The map is or
Ooh.
Ram is really one on point. The window's there, but if you can just keep the point contested, it's kind of tough though. Ana is healing. Oh, gets the nade on the map. Wow, what a
Big
fight there.
anti there.
I didn't really think that was winnable, but yeah, the Ana and Ravage they're really making it possible. The Lucio is one. Does try to get a kill onto the Tracer, but they will be alive for a little longer. And yeah, the DPS is trying to live, but the Winston's chasing them around. And that's going to be really tough for them. The High Noon comes out from under, actually, and we'll put some pressure onto the point. The Big Brain does fall there. The beat is just a little, just not there in time. And yeah, Mr. J just cleaning up. And yeah, that'll be the map win for 20 Ravens.
Yeah, 20 Ravens seemed to catch Geometric by surprise by being on this dive comp. And Geometric just constantly splitting and giving dive targets to 20 Ravens to just engage. It was interesting to see.
Yeah, I mean, I think that's, not really a matchup that you see on that point in particular. So, yeah, it's interesting to see. The Brawl is pretty good if you can get on top of the Ana, of course, but if you're just standing there and the Winston is cleaving 5, it's really tough. So you just have to have really clean rotations, and, they were rotating, but it didn't seem like they had that end goal there, in mind, if that makes sense.
Yeah, they really just need to stay grouped together, and they just didn't do that. And there's a lot of confusion going on over on the side of Geometric. Just wondering what's going on over there. If the comms are a little scattered all over the place, especially like a big turning point, in my opinion, is when 20 Ravens got split up by that window to not engage on the Ana that was by herself
Mm-hmm.
and instead chase the Lucio Monkey. It was interesting.
Yeah, and I mean, the thing is, when you have a dive, right? A dive comp is much more happy to, play in these like long, scrappy fights, right? And if the brawl doesn't really win instantly, once you get those really big, long cooldowns out like Lamp and May Shift and all that, you're a lot more vulnerable to a dive comp that always has their movement cooldowns and all that. So I think the longer the fight goes on, the dive comp was really favored, and you really saw that. With Spamilton and Ravage there just getting trades, getting kills, making it, winnable in these long fights.
Yeah, essentially just forcing Geometric to split up. Just interesting how they just wouldn't sit together and try to chase the dive comp, which you're never gonna be able to catch as the brawl.
Mm-hmm.
Just a little, I assume a little miscommunication there on the side of Geometric.
Yeah, seems to be. So we will see them going on to Midtown. What do you think about this map and the comps we've seen so far?
I don't know. I'm honestly expecting to see Dive come out from 20 Ravens because that's all I've seen this map, and they seem to be dominant on it, even doing it on probably the least dive worthy map on Busan. So honestly, I wouldn't be surprised if they do come out on it, but I am expecting to see probably double sig poke comps, at least on this first point. Just because there's not a lot of room to set up a dive. So I'm really expecting either these a sig mirror with a poke, or maybe even a ram and trying to brawl within Firehouse.
Yeah, and of course, this first point is notoriously difficult to break. We sometimes see like sim comps to try to TP around and flip the map and so on. So yeah, we'll see if that's possible. I think second and third aren't the worst for dive. I think second is probably the best out of all of them. Uh, but yeah, it'll be interesting to see for sure. And I think we have seen Geometric, willing to play a lot of different stuff. So if they can take 20 Ravens to these maps, like Midtown, where Sigma is better, Ram is better, I think they do have a pretty good chance of winning the series. But 20 Ravens are definitely possible for them to make the diver, just like we saw that last map.
It seems like on that dive that 20 Ravens has the better target focus and the better communication with it. And it just seems to be Geometric's a lot better on that poke to be able to let Starry do her thing on a tracer maybe, and then have your Bap and Ash just poke from a distance while your Sig controls that space, trying to prevent that monkey from engaging.
Yeah, and you know it is sometimes valid to just have a brawl comp, but you have a tracer to just contest the enemy tracer. Sometimes that's more effective than just having full brawl Mei stuff. But yeah, we'll see if they tend to lean into that, because I do agree. I think Starry's tracer was very good that round.
Yeah, and even if like they run a brawl or a poke and 20 Ravens do want to dive, even just having that tracer to apply pressure, especially if they run that Ana, to just constantly harass that Ana and draw attention away from Mr. J. So it'll be big because Mr. J, he's not going to end up getting that support that he's been getting the entire that first map. So just have Starry honestly just go be an annoying little fly. She doesn't have to get the kill as long as she pulls that attention. Now, I assume she would get the kill because Starry my goat, but kind of just need to get a little bit more attention on that Ana, get someone that can constantly be on her.
Yeah, absolutely makes sense. And we saw a lot of the fights early on in the control map were really just decided by one or two kills. So yeah, if you can, doesn't necessarily have to be a trace or anything, but if you can, just get pressure onto that Ana, whether it's like a sim TP or just speeding up Brawl on her and not letting her get nades, I think that is really their win condition here. And yeah,
Mm-hmm.
we will see if there's any updates on when the game starts, and if not, I think we could go to a break.
I believe they said 28. So.
That's what I mean. All right, yeah. So we'll be back in just a minute. All right, so welcome to Midtown. We will see 20 Ravens on the attack first, and we'll see the comps in just a second here. I think we already talked enough in between maps about what we expect to see. So for defense first, we will see a poke comp. From what we've seen last map, I think this is a strength for Geometric, so I'm glad to see them, sort of leaning into it. What do you think here?
Yeah, and as they should. I mean, Poke's really strong on this map, especially his first point. But what I'm really interested is 20 Ravens coming out on a ball comp. Honestly, I can't say I'm surprised from what we've seen from last match, but like this is to me unexpected. I can't wait to see Mr. J cook up on this ball.
Yeah, it's definitely not something I can say I've seen before, and I actually won't be seeing it. It looks like they will go over to the Winston at the last second. And yeah, I mean, it will be interesting how they approach this dive. I think more than anything, looking for nades, looking for a bubble to perhaps split the supports from the tank and stuff like that. Yeah, we do see
Geometric
the Sombra and then
Geometric-
Tracer.
Really, Geometric's coming out on that brig to try to stop the dive a little bit and protect their BAP.
And now we see the Winston committing with a bubble onto the Sigma there. Will force them back actually quite a bit. And yeah, we do see Starry Night trying to contest these angles here with the Sombra and Tracer here. We see, a defensive bubble there to keep some of the backline alive. And yeah, I mean, I think slowly but surely, 20 Ravens are taking space around the map. They see the Sigma a little far up, try to isolate them with the bubble there, but the Sigma will live. Hack comes out. They're really just trying to run down the Sigma, but yeah, the anti is actually there. They can maybe... Okay, no. The Sigma will stabilize in the end, and yeah, we saw, a dive really trying to pressure that Sigma a lot, but, not too effective. Yeah, now we see really more of the same. We, seeing here, Geometric really bending but not breaking. They're giving some space where necessary, but they're really keeping all of the important space. Here, yeah, the Flux onto the Winston, they see the jump was committed, no way to escape. The Nano is in to help the Winston live, and actually Woody will get Emily in the background. We'll get another onto Mello there, and that really should be first point.
Yeah, it was very telling that eventually that this was gonna happen. Mello just not really playing too much with the BAP, kind of just going too far, leaving the BAP exposed, and just Geometric was not breaking, but 20 Ravens just smacked them until they did.
Yeah, eventually, they were able to force it down with, because if that Flux, if they're able to kill the Winston during the Flux, but they weren't able to, the Nano comes out and they are able to get onto the backline there. We're seeing a pause come out here. Looks like a technical issue on the side of 20 Ravens. Well, okay. Discord issues. Yeah, okay. At least it's, not a disconnect or anything.
Mm-hmm. And a big Nano from Hamilton on to keep Mr. J up for that fight. I believe if they do kill Mr. J there, Geometric wins that fight, but big Nano just to keep him alive.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, absolutely.
I assume that 20 Ravens is going to look to build up this EMP and engage with that, but we'll see, because I assume that Elmi's going to hold this window for their engage again. We'll see how it goes.
Yeah, the window, of course, is pretty good at punishing a Winston if he commits, a little too far. So I think we can see that it is, a little tougher to, get a window necessarily like on the backline or anything. So I think we will probably see it defensively. We do see them actually sort of trying to stop the card here pretty early on. We see them sort of trying to push out, actually. The window from the side door, the door will close, and yeah, they actually weren't able to get too much usage out of that window. But yeah, I think I like the idea, the BAP coming from a different angle, a little unexpected. I think, I like the creativity there. We see it, both rallies out, actually. They're just fighting here on this payload here. The EMP comes out, not too much damage done there. the Winston jumping in to, sort of keep this aggression up. They're bullying the Brig into their own team. And
Good primal.
yeah, we'll see. Oh, the Nano to
I
even
think-
continue here. I don't know if that's even necessary. I think they probably could have gotten away with saving that one, but, a fight win is a fight win.
It's
We do
getting a
see
little bit of
some-
staggers with that Nano.
Yeah, some cleanup kills here for sure. They should be able to, have this high ground, as they try to come back and contest the point. So, I think this fight is a lot more advantage for them to win than, the previous one. So, probably not. You probably don't need that Nano as much as, that first fight there. And the Sigma just walking up onto the cart. They have also swapped to a Reaper and Cass to, I assume, punish the Winston a bit more. And yeah, you see, the Winston just being a little scared, just not fully committing to anything just yet.
Just getting a free cart push here.
Yeah, they are. It looks like the Reaper turns to stop that. And yeah, the Winston tries to jump in, sees the Cass split, but does just get bursted down there. And yeah, they should be backing off now. And yeah, what do you think of this adaptation, the Reaper Cass?
It's really good for blowing up a monkey, but to start this point, I really like the close hold from Geometric to deny the space that dive needs to set up to actually, commit to a dive.
Mm-hmm.
I don't like how they backed up so much.
Yeah. We see a window come out here. The monkey does drop. They decide to go under. And they are actually successful in killing Ravage there, and it should be, I assume, 20 Ravens just backing out now. Does get a kill onto the Ana. The Tracer is contesting point, but probably, yeah, will be leaving now. So, yeah, I mean, I think it was a good window there, just completely stopping the dive attempt.
Big pick on the Starry.
Yeah, I don't even. I mean, I assume the Reaper was trying to chase the Tracer, but in the end
Got
was
caught
the
up
one
by
that fell.
Sombra.
Yep. Nade comes out onto the Sigma. The hack there is
Big hack.
actually able to cancel the Flux. Very big. The Nano at the same time will get Emily, and yeah, that's exactly what you need. There, just canceling an ult, using Nano. The rally is here, but it might be too little too late. The Brig is already very low, falls. The EMP, not even sure if that was necessary either, but they just want to clean this up and go on to third.
Yeah, I don't like either the EMPs Ravage has done here. Like, kind of just using it mid-fight and not getting any value out of it.
Mhm.
The EMP is more of a engage type of ult.
Yeah, and especially if you already have that advantage, it's probably not necessary to win the fight. We do see them turning the corner here with Rally. The Ram is antied, so we'll have to respect the damage that the Brig and the Winston can put out. But, oh, in the backline, Ravage kills Emily there. It's interesting. Yeah, Geometric should be really just backing out here. The nade onto the Cassidy, that's actually really huge. The Tracer is able to follow up. And, yeah, Geometric just not leaving as early, I guess, as they should there, because now these late kills are coming across. Mellow falls to the Winston. The Reaper's trying to fade out. Will just barely live.
Yeah, Geometric's just not respecting 20 Ravens' dive.
The solo blossom onto the Winston, I understand. Yep. Not fun to have a Winston jumping your backline every fight, but there's not enough damage from the team there to secure that kill. The Nano comes in, actually, trying to punish this Cass for being pretty far up. The anti-nade doesn't hit anyone, but here comes the EMP, actually, built really fast there. And, yeah, that will be the fight win. I think I like that EMP a bit more.
Yeah, that was the best EMP so far by them.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, and another fairly late kill onto Emily there. And I think it's going to be really tough if you land a nade here or something like that. I think, you can really just shut them out here. This will be last fight, though. 10 seconds on the clock. We see this, bubble come out. Nade forces a Suzu. The Ram with the Annihilation, but the sleep is there. The Ram ult should be ending.
No touch.
Oh, Wow, they focus on the Rambles and aren't able to get a touch in time. Wow, that's
A little Charlie
stuff.
9 going on.
Yeah, I mean, it happens. Sometimes fights get chaotic and you lose track. But overall, I think getting it to the very end of second isn't, the worst on this map.
Yeah, but imagine what that does. Like being on the receiving side, like being the one to commit this, it's a little demoralizing. While Geometric,
Mhm.
they are relieved. They got to be feeling not great, but good that they didn't let them full cap.
Yeah, for
Just
sure. And
getting that little
yeah,
advantage is all you need to take a map.
yeah, and I think, they've sort of, discovered, you, you know, I guess they haven't really discovered it because they're going back to this. Or wait, no, they haven't picked a comp yet. My bad. So yeah, I think yeah, as I was saying, I think they've discovered a comp that they like into the monkey. The Reaper, the Cass. You see just how much more awkward the dive becomes. The Winston can't really stay as long, uh, and yeah, that really did slow the dive down in second and third. And yeah, we will see them rolling out on the same thing with the Junker Queen as well. But there's probably a surprise on that enemy team. They're not actually on the dive.
And I'm surprised 20 Ravens isn't just running another dive. It's the first time we'll see him on a different comp today.
Yeah, I mean, does make sense. It seems like they were really forced off of that in the end. And we saw like on the third point really just not able to have too much success there. And yeah, actually we see on Geometric side a dive of their own really with this Queen and Genji and Venture. We see them just really fully commit and get that lamp out immediately. Just have this Kiriko, heal the DPS. Everyone so far staying alive actually. And they've already taken so much space so quickly, and they forced a lot of cooldowns. Not having the lamp there is gonna be tough for them. And they've already gotten a tick just really, really quickly forcing their way onto this point. The Genji is on fire, but should be able... Yep, there's the Suzu, all good. And Starry Knight in the back there manages to get a kill onto Spamilton. And we see the Genji really just cleaning up here with those dash resets. Should be just a little more here until they fully cap. And yep, there's another kill for Snoop. And that'll be point tap, yeah.
Good way to stabilize from Geometric. That initial rush did not seem fruitful. They surprisingly did not get anyone in that first rush. I thought they would get the BAP early on, but it actually took 20 minutes to back, and then the Geometric re-engage to find a pick.
Yeah, but in the end, they did. They were able to all, keep each other up, and yeah, here comes the Flux, the beat in response. They're able to hold on to Suzu, so that's still really good for them. The Queen really just running after Sigma will have to drop in the end, and yeah, they really, Mr. J used the Flux there, and that they're actually the ones that have to give up the high ground. That's yeah, rather unfortunate. Now they want to retake it with this rally, really pushing onto the backline there, trying to bully the Junker Queen, just push her around, and yeah, they actually have successfully taken back the high ground of the rally. They are now stopping the point, and yeah, that'll be relatively not unexpensive, but I think they're happy with that fight when they did have to use a rally and a flux, but beat was used on the other side. It's a little scary, I think. They, aren't really going to have a great response for this rampage, if I have to predict. So yeah, I think I could see Geometric really being successful with this next fight. Yeah, we see them walking up. The Blade, the Bob, everything coming out here. The Blade is already successful, gets 2. The Bob is really not able to do too much, and yeah, I do think that 20 Ravens will be able to get a touch here, but it's really not going to be the best, touch that they can have.
Swapping to that dive comp, they most definitely get a touch here from Uwudi.
Yeah, but it is going to be...
Are they comfortable?
They are. Okay. Yeah, they do commit to that. The Suzu is out for the Pulse Bomb. The Winston is touching the point there. Does get antied, but should be okay for now. The Far is doing some damage, but doesn't look like it's going to be enough. And yeah, the Winston falls, so the point is capped. And yeah, as I said, probably not the ideal fight there for 20 Ravens. They had to touch last minute. The Tracer was forced to recall really early. Winston had to just use bubble on point, and yeah, that'll be another, fairly expensive fight one also. But they haven't lost a fight yet. Now they have 4 minutes to cap third. So I think Geometric are going to be really happy with that.
Swapping over to Mercy on the side of 20 Ravens to get that pharmacy combo. Not really any way to answer from Geometric. See how this goes. See if it forces any swaps.
Yeah, I mean, I think it's smart to at least have some sort of adaptation. We see the beat push here. Not really onto anyone. They do actually manage to get the Winston in the end. They're trying to get onto this Ana. That's actually a really huge knife pulling the Ana down from the high ground, and they're really committing here onto this backline, which I think is really good from them. Chasing this Mercy around to the Pharah. Does get 2 actually, but probably won't be enough. If Mr. J can build this Primal, that is really their win condition. They're able to chase that Mercy around, and they should just be able to clean up the point here. Tracer has to stall for a really long time for them to have a chance at winning this, really.
Get on point. Get on point.
The Blade is there. They do get the Ana. Do get the Pharah as well. Mercy resists the Ana, but it really isn't going to be enough. A Primal soon for Mr. J. Maybe a big nade onto the Lucio and the Queen, actually. That does make... Yeah, that makes them back out, and the Winston doesn't even have to use Primal to stall. That's actually a really huge nade there from Spamilton.
They needed to keep someone on, and with Kiri just being 1 health, she just couldn't stay on.
Yeah, absolutely. We saw a push onto the Ana, but, it doesn't really matter if the Ana's dead if, the point is still being contested. And, yeah, we see Ravage fall early there. Mr. J is using Primal, just kill the Kiri. Both supports are down for the side of Geometric. And, yeah, that, I think that fight started out a little promising. They got the Pharah, but, really the Primal in the end just sealed their fate. And now they have 2 minutes. They started out with 4. They started out building some ults, and now they have already used those ults. So, yeah, we'll see, a little closer here now.
I think you're just getting a little too fancy. I think they could just force point here.
Ooh, the Genji falls early.
Yeah, they just need a force point here. Fight on point. Let the team come to you. Yeah, with the 20 Ravens being on a dive comp on this point, they got more high grounds, and they have the ability to utilize that high ground. Just with Geometric not be able to actually contest it, just gotta force something, force them to come out.
Yeah, and if we can look at this Ana here, actually, you can see just how big these sightlines are. The Ana is just not going to be contested at all. I think that's really important to point out. Just how much line of sight the Ana has, how much space the Pharah has to work around, and yeah, we see the D.Va trying to force this Ana away, gets slept. The barrage is there, but will be taken out. The beat is there. Actually, I think this might be the push. Really big beat. The Pharah falls early once again. The bubble on point just to try to live, but the excavation is there. Just really forcing the point. Yeah, I think they did exactly what you wanted, yeah.
Yeah. You just played your advantage and just force the cart. They had the better brawl there, so just make them dive into the 5 of you sitting on cart. There's not much a dive can do in that situation.
Yeah, absolutely. And, we did see some good fight wins there from 20 Ravens. They were able to stabilize a bit there at the end with the Pharah, but yeah, in the end, a really good fight there from Geometric lets them cap the last point and win the match.
And good swaps on this side of Geometric, dropping to that D.Va and that Echo just to deal with the Pharah just a little bit, make it a little easier.
Yeah, and we have seen Ravage make some honestly heroic plays. That fight when they had 4 minutes on the clock, getting 2 of the barrage, but in the end wasn't able to make that magic happen another time and gets taken out by the Echo. And yeah, that was really when the dominoes started to fall. The Lucio beat it, and yeah, That was that for that map.
You're just surprised Geometric made that work. I mean, that rush comp's a lot like dive, and it was surprised to see it work a lot better than the dive they had on Basan. I thought they were gonna roll out more on that Sig comp and play to what has been working this entire match so far, but hey, they made it work. They played to their advantage. They played fast, and they got the map win. So we're tied 1-1.
Yeah, it looks like it. Unless you have more to say, I think we could probably throw it to the break again.
No, we can head to a break.
Looks like the teams want to take 5. All right, here we are on the third map of this series, tied up 1-1. We see 20 Ravens looking like they're going to play more of the same that they had at the end of last map. And actually, yeah, both teams just playing the same comps from last time, so really just a continuation here. I do think that the FAR is a good response to the Genji Venture dive. It can put a lot of pressure, if it's played correctly, of course. But if they can just run down on the Ana there, I think it is also very possible for the Brawl team to win. And that's exactly what happens, just rotating around. The dive is able to get on top of the Ana. They're now trying to force this Mercy. Yep, they get a kill there. And the Winston is able to trade one back onto Emily, but without any supports, it should be really tough to win this fight. And yeah, it looks like that'll be a first fight win for the side of this team.
Geometric.
Geometric,
They
yes.
played it perfectly, just walking on the Ana. It's without a Lucio to speed that Ana around, or any protection for that Ana. She's kind of just a sitting duck for this Queen comp, just being able to speed onto her, and if the speed doesn't get her, we can even just shout on top to get on top of her.
Yeah, absolutely, and that is the downside of the FAR Mercy is you don't have as much help for your other ground characters, and we do see this Monkey Bubble trying to split the supports a bit. We'll be chasing this Genji down, so far even, both teams down 1 DPS. The Monkey trying to chase this Venture around, maybe force the Kiriko. The FAR is able to connect there as well with the Monkey getting a kill onto Starry Night, but Mello trades one back. The Barrage is here, does manage to get a kill onto the Queen, and looks like this should be a flip very soon. Oh, unless, okay, the beat is committed only onto 2 though. The tank was already down. So yeah, not the most winnable fight. The Pyro's popped though in the end, so not a completely bad economic decision. And actually, after that beat, the supports stay up. The DPS are able to trade a few kills back. So yeah, it might be possible to win. It's still very winnable for both sides. We see the Winston just trying to get a few more percentage. Will be forced out eventually. Will get a touch for overtime though, but yeah, gets the bubble just in time. Gets an anti onto the Lucio. That's actually huge. And yeah, that's actually a really important kill there. The Kiriko not back just yet. And they have an opening here. the Mercy dodges the Genji Blade midair with the turnaround glide. They're, both teams really just trading still. An anti-nade onto the Jungler Queen there will fall as well. Ravage just doing so much, but in the end will fall. Can the rest of their team clean up here? Yes, they do get a kill onto the Genji, and they get a flip. Wow, what an intense, 3-minute fight there.
Yeah, and it started with that beat from Mela, which at first I didn't like because it was only 2, and they were already 90% to capping. We could have just backed and re-engaged with it. But as the fight went on, it started looking more promising, but Jima just couldn't find the kills needed to just win the point outright.
Yeah, and we see some ults online here. We see the Jungler Queen ult, which I think can be pretty big. It's going to be tough to land, but if it does land onto, the Ana, for example, it'll be huge. Actually, already a swap from Snoop there onto the Echo does manage to kill Ravage. The Nano is in, but the Monkey's anti-healed, not really able to stay in too long. And Snoop really just cleaning up here, got the kill onto the Pharah, and now actually, I think this might be a 5k. Aw, they didn't give it to him, but yeah, I think that was a 3 or 4k from Snoop there.
Yeah. Snoop was just allowed free reign. Once he got Ravage with the initial pick, he was just allowed free range to just engage onto the Mercy, then engage onto the Ana.
Yeah,
No one kept him in check.
And yeah, we do see the swap from Ravage. Doesn't want to contest the air, at least, from the aerial side. Would rather contest it with the hit scan there. So just go over to the cast. They actually have really early Kitsune here. I actually like this. They're trying to catch them off guard. Doesn't directly lead to any kills, but it should probably give them a pretty free flip now that everyone has, fully backed. The Queen does shout to get out. I think Starry Knight could probably pop this ult here. Yep, there it goes.
There it is.
Trying to keep that Ana at bay. And they do get the cap off of that, so that's really big. The Primal was used as well, the Valkyrie. A lot of ults used, and yeah, I really like the objective control there from the side of Geometric. 20 Ravens are trying to trade back, but yeah, they're not going to get an exit
there.
Mm-hmm.
Don't really think they needed the copy. I assume it was there just to survive, but honestly, probably could have just died and got taxi back. Save that ult.
They're still holding on to the beat though, so they still have an ultimate advantage.
I like the Kitsune, that initial Kitsune. I just think they're too scared. They should have just full committed onto the cast with Yana.
Yeah, I agree. I think, yeah, we do see the bubble used a little early, so they can't really commit for a little while, and I think it's pretty much guaranteed that they will at least have 99 here, even if they lose the fight, so they're actually committing past the Winston onto the backline with the beat there. That's exactly what you wanted, and they do it this time with the beat instead of the Kitsune. They're now gonna come back to this point. They're gonna, force the Tracer's recall, shoot the Winston. Snoop does fall, so not the cleanest possible fight, but they are able to force the Winston away. The Winston's not really gonna have Primal in time unless that Ana gets here with the Nano. Oh, there's the Nano, yep. The Rampage comes across, only really hits the Sombra, who can leave, and yeah, I mean, this is a really chaotic fight here. Trying to get on top of the Ana. Ana is very low, but does manage to get help from the Lucio, will get killed in the end. And yeah, trades coming across. The Mr. J thinks it's winnable still with the Lucio on point, using that Primal to beat as well. I mean, I like it. If they can get this Echo, it's actually really, really winnable. The Winston's trying to stay alive for a little longer, pressuring that Queen, but gets pulled back in. Oh, wow, that's a great knife from Big Brain there. Just keeping the Monkey in. And yeah, even though the Pulse and the Primal and the beat were used, they weren't able to get a kill there. And I think, honestly, Nightshade probably could have kept that beat a little longer. I don't mind them using it, but the Winston still had a reasonable amount of health in Primal, So I think maybe if they waited 3 or 4 seconds, that could have been, in a better position to potentially trade and get some players back. But, yeah, it looks like, actually, that's actually a huge win for Geometric. They're still holding on to,
Good engage.
They have a ton of ults here, yeah. And really, they just engage again with Kitsune early. That's, seems to be their plan. This map is just engage early with support ults, and it's been working out.
Yeah, I mean, there's not much 20 Ravens can do when you see a Junker Queen team just walk 5 on your Ana.
Hmm.
Winston can't stop the Queen. No one on that team can stop the Queen from doing what she wants.
Yeah,
So,
absolutely. And Ravage has gone over to the Sombra, trying to, lessen the amount of targets that can be ran at, but will fall. The beat is here to keep the queen up, and it really is just the stabilization beat to keep everyone alive. They're not really pushing with it, nor should they. And yeah, the fight really here is on the sidelines, just the Venture trying to keep the Tracer at bay, popping the Venture ult now, trying to force the Monkey out, and everyone does have to clear the point. And yeah, a lot of ults used, not many kills gathered, but oh, there's the first
big
kill. Yep.
pick.
Now they all come at once. So
Yeah,
yeah.
it's interesting to see 20 Ravens just engage when their Sombra is already dead.
Mhm.
Their Sombras are engaged, so it's weird to see them just try to fight for that point when they don't have their engage tool.
Yeah, that's very true. But you know, they still at least forced some pretty important ults. The beat, the rampage, the whatever Venturous ult is called, and they actually open up with the MP here. They get a pulse onto the Echo as well. And yeah, that should be a flip here. They just a really fast dive there with the MP. I think it was pretty good. Not a casualty-less fight. The Mr. J does fall, but yeah, they are able to clean up pretty effectively there.
That's been the best EMP from Ravage this match. That's how you're supposed to use it. Get that engage, walk on the Kirikos, get that free kill while she has no cooldowns.
Hmm. Yeah, absolutely. And yeah, we saw a good engage there. And now, the tides have sort of shifted. Now 20 Ravens are the ones with the ults. They have really impactful ults. They have the beat, they have the primal and the nano. So really, if they can get a nano on top of the backline, that could be just a win condition there.
Nice.
And it's really is just a one fight territory here if they can really stall it out. The nano goes onto the Winston trying to cleave this backline that has rotated with the queen. They do get the Kiriko there. The copy comes out, but Mr. J has already gotten 2. It might not be the most valuable copy. We do see another anti-nade there onto the queen. The queen has to run for dear life. The copy pop's primal will keep this point contested, but without that Kiriko, the queen will fall. Primal popped by Mr. J, chasing around the Lucio. Looks like they should be able to get them. Yep, there the Lucio falls, and yeah, that'll be 20 Ravens at least getting 1 point. I think that was a very good ult usage there, mainly.
Yeah, good way to stabilize and regain momentum. Getting
Yeah.
back to what y'all are good at, having that Sombra to just pick a target and shut that target down for essentially a free kill.
Yeah, absolutely. And you saw once the Kiriko fell, the Queen couldn't stay up. The Lucio was trying their best, but just it wasn't possible in the end. We see the Sombra get a hack across onto the Venture. Venture does go underground. The Kitsune is here, so they will be pushing with that. They do manage to get the Winston, actually. That's very good for them. They will keep pushing. Doesn't look like they... Yeah, they'll send the Lucio back to cap. And yeah, they aren't able to get any more kills after the Winston, but I think that's honestly fine. We'll take Kitsune for a fight win and a point cap.
Geometric should be going quick here with their ults. They're up 3-1 here. They should be engaging with this queen ult. And
Yep.
here it is.
There it is. Yeah, they catch the Winston. They're on the Ana as well. The Tracer is trying to fight back against this dive. They do manage to get some kills across. It's actually pretty winnable for both teams. A 3v3 here. The Kiriko falls really low. Does manage to get the Queen Shout health there. And they actually do punish Ahudi for trying to chase that kill. And yeah, that'll be a point flip for Geometric. So
Big flip from
Mhm.
Ravage just to sneak a little 12% while Geometric were busy in their little cleanup.
Yeah, and here, speaking of Ravage, here comes the EMP. The Ventral tries to, make them think twice about committing to it, but Udi does manage to kill Snoop. So, yeah, I mean, even though that ult was committed, it seems like 20 Ravens are in the better position here. They do manage to get that Queen. The Suzu just a few frames late there, and Ravage with this Nano will be able to kill just everyone on this point here, getting a 4K there to
Wow.
clean up.
Yeah, I think Geometric kind of panic pressed Q. They heard the EMP out and just reacted too harshly. The EMP really only got the queen. Not the best EMP, but it made Geometric panic and kind of waste their ults.
Hmm. Yeah, absolutely. And now Geometric are going over to this Reaper, hoping for some success like they had in Midtown. And we'll see here. The beat is invested, but oh, okay. Uwudi is the one to fall. Does manage to kill Snoop and Spamilton. So yeah, they are able to win that just with a beat push, really.
And 20 Ravens has taken back the initiative. They're the team that's going first most of these fights now. Geometric, if they want to get this point back, they need to start taking the initiative and going fast. That is the point of this comp.
Yeah, and we saw some success really early on with the support old pushes, but they really just haven't had that same energy now after the Sombra has come out.
Yeah.
We do see an early kill onto Emily. The Primal comes out trying to chase this Lucio down, does manage to get them in the end, and now with no supports, it's going to be really tough for Geometric. The EMP comes out really just to guarantee this. Actually, Big Brain thinks it's winnable, uses the Rampage. We'll try to stall this out. Mr. J is really low in the back here, but yeah, it looks like the team is really able to clean up, and it'll be a tied-up Flashpoint here.
And this Sombra swap from 20 Ravens is making all the difference. They're just taking an initiative every fight and getting this pick on Emily every single time.
Yeah,
Geometric
Ravage is also building those EMPs really fast.
Yeah, Geometric needs to make a swap and figure out how to stop this hack, how to stop this initiative dive, or they themselves need to take initiative and go faster than their Sombra is.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, and it looks like they will have a pretty good opportunity here. The only ultimates that 20 Ravens have is the Pulse and the Nano. So, yeah, they nano the monkey onto the backline. Kiriko is able to run away. They use the Kitsune to keep everyone at bay and will be able to get a few kills on top of that. They should be able to get this point cap. The Winston tries to leave here, should be able to... Yep, there you go. There's the kill there. And Lucio and Trace are also trying to leave. We'll see if they commit to the chase. Doesn't look like it. So, yeah, I mean, that was exactly, what you wanted, I think. They, were able to stave off the dive. They were able to commit past and get a few kills as well.
Yeah, I mean, that's one of the few cases you'll see the team that didn't initiate the fight and ult first actually lose. Just interesting how that occurred. Just that Ana getting picked by Snoop really early on.
Mm-hmm. Here comes the Death Blossom with the support of the D.Va Matrix there. The beat comes out as well, so yeah, very aggressive fight here. And yeah, we see just once that Ana is down, it's really not possible for 20 Ravens to win.
And that's a good disengage from 20 Ravens, just to regroup and not give any ult charge over to Geometric.
Yeah, we see the Sombra pressuring the point a little. At least has to make Geometric think twice, but can they get a touch here? They do. But Ravage does fall for it, so it's really now or nothing. And we see the Winston commit. Oh, they get a kill onto Emily. That's really huge. The beat is there, but the Winston's health just is going down anyway. And yeah, we see them not able to get that Primal in time. The Blade is here to clean up anyone who's left, and that'll be Geometric winning their second map. They only need one more.
In the end, Geometric just had better ult economy and were able to press Q more than 20 Ravens. I do like that play from Ravage to get that touch to try to take Geometric's attention, and it worked. They had everyone on Geometric fell back and tried to contest point, which this is what you want when you do that. It gave space to 20 Ravens that unfortunately just couldn't capitalize on.
Yeah, absolutely. And now we'll see what map 20 Ravens want to go to. I think we have some good options for dive. Let me see the map pool again. We're going to escort, right?
Yes. Or push. No, it's push. It's push.
Oh, push.
They chose Coliseum.
Huh.
Which
I mean,
is not what I expected.
since the rework, it is a much better push map. I can say that. I don't know if it's the best
It's
or,
not the best
much
dive
better
map
dive.
though.
Yeah, yeah.
If you
I
want to run
think
the dive, you choose
yeah.
Esperanza.
After the rework, right, with the glass open, I think it's definitely more possible to play the dive, but I don't think it's preferred
Yeah, I mean,
necessarily.
honestly, I expected Esperanza to be chosen because I
Mhm.
mean, 20 Ravens really likes this dive, so I don't. Maybe they're gonna prove me wrong. They know something that I don't, obviously. So I
Yeah,
look forward to it. Maybe we see a ball comp.
perhaps.
I want to see a ball comp. Mr. J teasing that earlier with on Midtown.
Yeah, I think that's definitely an option. But yeah, now that the glass is gone, there is a lot more room to stage. So I
Big Brain heard
definitely
me.
think it's possible. Yeah.
Big Brain trolling me with a little ball pick in the pre-match.
Yeah, yeah. So yeah, I think it's an interesting pick. I think it is more possible to run the dive than before. I don't think it's preferred, but I'm interested to see.
I assume Geomatch is probably going to come out on either a Sig comp or more of that Queen comp, maybe even a Ram Brawl.
Yeah, I mean,
And
I think the queen has been working so far. Uh, no need to change it, really, in my opinion.
oh, Diva. They're just expecting Winston now.
Yeah, makes sense. Makes sense. Uh, yeah, I mean, nothing too surprising. I mean, I guess mirroring the dive is a little interesting from the side of geometric, but we did see that early on. So it's like both teams are confident in their dive.
It's just a matter of who goes first,
Mhm.
who takes that initiative.
Yeah, and it's going to be really important to watch how these teams set up here on this side of the map. And yeah, we really see Geometric taking the initiative here. They've already gone to Somber. Wow, that's crazy. Yeah, the Diva really just walking up uncontested. This Genji is able to chase on the Sombra. Does get killed in the end, but I mean that actually will matter a lot. Not able to dash out in time. The Suze was there for the anti, and I mean both teams are still pretty even. Looks like Geometric are disengaging, which I think is a smart move. They want to take a fight as 5 now that the Sombra's back. And yeah, we do see them now as 5. They are just keeping that Diva on the cart, just making sure it doesn't move too far ahead. The Tracer duel on the side, Tracer is being marked by the Lucio. And yeah, we'll see if anyone wants to commit. For now, they are just poking on the bot. Uh, yeah, Big Brain trying to force the monkey out is mostly successful. Does fall very low. The pulse bomb onto the TS1 isn't going to be too effective, unfortunately. Uh, but yeah, in the back, Snoop is able to get 2. And yeah, wow. Geometric really just winning that long fight there. Just able to turn the tides.
Yeah, and I mean, just the Sombra just keeps getting caught out early. Just good
Mhm.
scouting and capitalization from Geometric. I mean, once that Sombra's found and a Tracer's nearby, it's not livable.
Yeah, I think when Geometric are successful, it's mostly when they are going aggressive, just
Mhm.
going when 120 Ravens wouldn't expect it. We saw them really roll out fast through the middle of the map there, and yeah, really just caught them out. We do see that remake there, so yeah, Geometric are giving a little bit of space here. Uh, the monkey actually that is a huge bubble, completely separates the supports and is able to clean up both of them. We do see a lot of ults online. The Genji trying to kill some people, but just is all alone there, and they are able to fight back. Now they're trying to clean up this diva. I'm not sure if that Nana was necessary. Fat fingered, okay, I
Yeah, I was about to
believe it.
say that seems like a desperation ult, but just a classic fat finger. I
Yeah,
mean,
yeah.
it forced the nano out of Spamilton.
I mean, you'll take
I
that,
mean,
yeah,
yeah, if you take Naked Blade for a nano, you take that.
yeah,
Oh,
yeah.
and big
Ooh,
pick.
okay, making up for it. I see. But it is still scary. We see a lot of ults on the side of 20 Ravens. Aside from the nano that was used, you still have everything else. The hack onto the D.Va will make it a little tough for her to retreat, and the monkey is causing some chaos in the backline, but that doesn't lead directly to anything just yet. The bot is left in the middle of the map. Lucio will pick it up. The Genji is really pushing on this Ana. The beat is there to keep the tempo up and the response beat. But that's once the Ana has already fallen. It's maybe not the best beat. I mean, I guess if they want to commit with the EMP, it's all right. We see the remake here. Oh, it does get the Sombra actually, and the remake soon. Yep, there's the remake, and yeah, I mean, I really don't like the commitment there after your Ana is already dead, personally.
Yeah, just I mean, the beat is fine, just like if you're going to disengage, but that EMP is a little questionable. Down your Ana and just not having any advantage.
Yeah, and we still see Geometric keeping up that tempo, using that Kitsune there on the point. And Snoop is really just getting this Ana every single time, gets another as well. And yeah, I'd be surprised if they don't get this checkpoint here. It should just be smooth sailing, really.
I'm surprised that 20 Ravens just keeping this Ana. I mean, I don't know, Hamilton just kind of getting bullied, whether it be Starry, whether it be Snoop, just not getting any help from the team.
Yeah, and we already see them pushing after the checkpoint. Another kill from Snoop. Just every single fight is opened by a kill from Snoop. It's actually quite unreal. Getting the Ana as well with the blade. Wow, yeah, I really love the tempo. Just keeping up the aggression from the side of Geometric. Now, the Primal comes across. They do see Emily use the TP, so they are able to capitalize off of it. The pulse bomb doesn't land, but the Genji is very low here. The Winston trying to commit is able to take out the Genji. The Tracer as well gets the baby D.Va. So yeah, I mean, it's not impossible to come back at this point, but it is certainly going to be really hard.
Yeah, it's gonna be tough, but all right, anything is possible. 70 meters. We've seen teams in GHG just come back from worse. So I wouldn't give this up. Just say, oh, it's already over. We still got a lot of match left.
Yeah, absolutely. And really here they are only close to the beat, so they are going to have to get a ton of value from that. Look at the other side as well. We see 4 ults coming up, so Geometric were really dominant there, and they didn't actually have to use that many ults. So yeah, another kill. Every single kill starts out with a kill from Snoop. I need to actually, like, I need to take some notes here. Like, how is it just possible to open every single fight with a kill? It's crazy.
He's really making up for that fat finger earlier.
Yeah, actually, like, yeah,
He really felt bad that he didn't get to show off that first blade.
Yeah, absolutely. And we do see, the bot moving now across this bridge, getting up to 110. And yeah, the D.Va is making it really tough to contest the point, just constantly shooting the Winston. And that's so much pressure, just constantly on the Winston is just being peppered. And yeah, we see the beat as well coming out, just making sure nobody dies, nobody gets traded. And Woody dies. This might be a full cap here. No ults on the side, aside from, or I guess they do have the EMP and Nano coming up, but it's going to be tough to get value out of those. Here comes the EMP. Everyone backing up, respecting it. The Genji goes in with the blade, should be able to at least trade the Ana, looks like. Actually, will he be able to live? That's even better there. D.Va does fall. Nade comes out onto the Lucio. Oh, that's actually a really good nade. It's really tough there for the supports. But yeah, the Nano on the Tracer is able to clean, I think, 3. Was able to get 3 there. The Tracer is still just putting pressure on this Ana. Even after a fight is won and there's one person left, you still have to, like, be on the lookout as the Ana. It's a stressful life.
Hamilton's nade has been really good all match, but I mean, I think it's gotten to the point where something needs to change. And
Ravage on the Sim, by the way.
With Snoopy just picking on Hamilton, either he needs or they need some help, or we need to swap something up because we're getting to desperate times here.
Yeah, what do you think about the Symmetric here? Do you think it can, maybe, I don't know, TP the Ana away or something?
I don't know. To me, it's not a good swap. I mean,
It
you're
can
essentially just
maybe
trying to
make it a,
capitalize on a
yeah.
mistake from Big Brain, but
I think it's possible, yeah, to put some pressure onto the Diva and Genji, but I just don't think it works as well with the comp, but, we could be proven wrong. We see a kill on the Big Brain, though, so seems effective so far, but it does seem just like desperation, honestly.
yeah, it's just you swap that in. It's just there to capitalize on any mistakes the Diva makes. I don't think it's as good for the Genji, especially when he's just engaging on the Ana.
Yeah, I mean, the
You don't have the
turrets maybe
charge.
could at least make him think twice,
Yeah,
Uh,
maybe, but we got to see how they use these turrets.
yeah, for sure. We do see the Diva being pressured a little bit, uh, and we see a lot of ults on both sides. This could be a really chaotic fight here. The Kitsune comes out, the Sim Wall to sort of give everyone some space, the TP as well, just, there as an option. We see the Diva Bomb come out, no one caught by it,
Hmm.
but actually, I believe that was the remake damage onto Ravage there, falls very low and dies in the end. Voodie hits a pulse onto Emily. We see a big nade as well. Uh, or a deflected nade, actually.
Yeah, Snoop's got a
Wow.
deflect. Almost had the capitalization to get both of the supports there.
Yeah, I mean,
I
it was a
mean,
cool play nonetheless.
the Symmetra seems to be working, but I think it's more of Geometric just weren't expecting it and just don't know how to play into it.
hmm Yeah,
And
now they swap over to the Winston, which I think is probably the best response. We still have some good ultimates for the side of 20 Ravens. They
oh,
still, oh, they have the beat. Okay, they use the beat. Both beats out. Both, I
oh,
think,
Big Brain didn't
yeah,
get it.
yeah, the beat actually hits everyone on the side of 20 Ravens, not
Oh,
true. Yeah, for the other side. The Genshi goes in with the blade but falls. And I mean, if you were to start a reverse cap here, it would start like this.
yeah, and smart from 20 Ravens to play into their climb, play to their advantage, of just sitting under that bridge with that sim.
hmm
Protect. They're just going. It seems like they're using those turrets and that sim to just go all out on protecting this Ana. They realize that the Ana is just not having a good time, just getting picked every time. So good way to
Yeah,
protect.
of course. And, if they are clumped up, then the beat is just going to hit everyone. And they got a lot of value out of that.
Oh,
The nade onto Big Brain does go very low, but seems like they're not able to capitalize off of it. They do trade back, actually. Woody getting the Pharah. As long as they can stay on here, the Pulse, does get a lot of damage on a Big Brain. Makes them pop the Primal. But it's still going to be... Oh, okay. Just that 1 millisecond there, just off of the bot. Wow.
yeah.
That timer ticked down so fast. I mean, makes sense, but...
I mean, smart
Uh,
swap from
mhm,
Snoop at the end to get to that Pharah. Just no way that 20 Ravens could stop the Pharah without any pressure to go onto him.
mhm. Yeah, absolutely. And yeah, here we see just one of the fights that Snoop did amazingly in. Just able to get the honest solo kill, is able to get a dash reset from the Sombra and dash out. Just really great play there.
Yeah, Snoop just took over the first half of that match and really defined how that map played out. And really, that map was literally just all like mainly all Snoop. He kind of just dominated Spamos and not allowing any help or
Yeah,
any
and
buildup of nanos. Nano buildup was so slow comparative to previous maps.
honestly, after that performance, I'm starting to question whether that blade was actually a fat finger, because, with that skill, I think it was probably winnable, actually. Just the
Yeah, I
1v3,
mean,
it's
he can
possible.
say it was he really did think he could get L5, and after I saw, he probably could have, honestly.
Yeah.
Yeah, so Geometric taking the win 3-1. I mean, after what we saw first map, what a way to respond.
Absolutely.
And just found that counter to that dive comp, found what worked, and they just ran with it all the way home.
Yeah, the
So
Queen was very good. And even in the end, they were able to win on the dive mirror. So, just winning in every way possible, really.
Yeah, so honestly, if we're gonna talk about MVPs, I mean, I feel like I know who I want to give it to. After watching
Yeah,
that last match, I want to give it to Snoop.
I'd agree. I think Snoop absolutely stole the show. They were also the ones that were, making those adaptations on those second and third maps. The DPS were really punishing the Winston, so yeah, I think Snoop was definitely the deciding factor there.
Yeah, just making the crucial swaps and just on that last map, just dominating Spamilton, just creating so much space, so much value on that Genji. Just perfect.
Yeah, absolutely. So, uh, yeah, so that'll be it for us here. Geometric once again ending 3-1. So yeah, I think it was a very good series, and we'll probably start wrapping it up now. Do you have anything else to add?
No, that's it. I mean, congratulations, Geometric. Shout out Snoop for just balling out today.
Yeah. So thanks everyone for watching GHG. We'll probably have some more matches this weekend, so tune into those. And yeah, goodbye.
Bye bye.